My next guest is coming off a huge win last weekend over Ovince Saint Preux, getting that second round TKO finish. Of course, I'm talking about Jamahal Hill back here on the program. Jamahal, how's it going, man?
Oh, no, brother. How you doing?
Doing well, man, but not as good as you, though. What a win that was. I mean, a lot of people know how good you were, but to get that win over a savvy veteran in OSP, you must be feeling pretty good this week.
Oh, yeah, just went in there and got the job done. You know, I treat every fight the same. Business as usual.
Yeah, no, for sure. And we'll talk about the fight in a sec, but I actually wanted to talk about leading into the fight, OSP missing weight. Were you ever given a reason why he missed weight, or was it just one of those things he didn't calculate it properly?
I didn't care, bro. I was hoping that he missed weight. To be honest with you, I wanted some extra money.
Right. So it's all good by you. And does I mean, you're confident going into every fight, but when you find out he's missing weight, does that give you a little bit more confidence going in there, just knowing that maybe he had a rougher time heading into the fight?
No, it just, I was already going to touch his body up and do everything like that. So, no, yeah. I just wanted more money. I was excited to get more money.
We've seen you pretty relaxed in a lot of your fights, but you looked very relaxed in this one. The head movement was good. You just sort of took your time. You picked your shots. It looked to me in there like you just treated him like another opponent. Like you didn't get sort of caught up in the fact that you are fighting a former title challenger in Ovince Saint Preux.
I didn't. That's exactly how I looked at it. You know, just come in and take it as usual. You know, business as usual. You know,
yeah.
when you start putting too much hype and everything else on the people you get away from. You end up getting away from what you want to do and the things that you want to implement. And I wanted to just implement myself.
And you certainly did. Yeah, I was going to say, you know, the body shots were good. Obviously, it looked like you were sort of finding your range early on. What was the game plan heading in?
Just take the angle, keep him moving, keep turning him. Don't let him sit and get comfortable for real with any angles for real. And just keep touching him. Just touch him up.
Yeah, no, it was a great win. Anything at all surprise you about him in the fight, or was everything he was bringing pretty much what you were expecting?
Pretty much saw everything. You know, the weapons and everything that I've seen him use. The left hook, the push kicks, the left high kick. Seeing it all, I was ready for it.
I know you don't get too caught up in the hype of social media and all that, but you must have been getting a ton of messages after that win, especially just because of the name and where it was on the card. Like, did you find this was a bit bigger of a win for you from that perspective, where you had a lot more people reaching out, following you, all that stuff? Did you notice that?
Yeah, I think my following went up a lot more after this fight a little bit, you know. So yeah, from that perspective, yeah.
Anyone win any big money on you? Because the odds were kind of close. Like, I think you were only like a slight favorite.
There was a lot of people that was betting. I think one dude said he put like $17,500 on me.
Really?
You know,
okay.
About $10,000 down. So they came up. They had some nice wins. Came up on some nice money.
That's great. And you know they got to take you out for dinner, right? That's the rule. Because you did your part, right? You won the fight. They should take you out for a steak dinner. What do you think about that? I know it's COVID, but maybe give you some steak on delivery or something. I don't know. What do you think about that rule?
Need a piece of that pie with ice cream.
Exactly. Now we're talking. Did you or your management have a chance to talk to the UFC? I mean, I know Dana White had that quote after the fight that he said he was going to take care of you, but they must have been thrilled with that result, especially because you're by far one of the best prospects. I don't even know if you can call you a prospect anymore after that win. The UFC must have been very pleased with that performance.
Oh, yeah. Dana told me after, whenever I was walking past, he said it was a great performance, and he liked it and everything like that. Yeah, my manager had to talk with somebody. He said he was going to take care of me. They usually do.
I was going to say, yeah.
Like UFC, UFC does for the most part. I pretty much gotten a little small locker room bonus after pretty much every fight.
Oh, so, that's great. Yeah. Well, you're finishing a lot of your fights. I would think you get something like that anyways, right? So,
no, even from Raleigh, when I didn't finish those, they still looked out for me. They show their appreciation.
Good stuff, man. That's awesome. And then in terms of your next fight, I know we're always looking ahead here. We got the holidays coming up, but ideally, when are you looking to get back in there as far as your next fight?
Honestly, man, if I can get in there like end of January, beginning of February, that'd be nice.
Okay. And any opponents you're looking at there? Is that something you talk to your management about, or you just sort of leave that up to them and your coaches and everything?
See who they want. See who they want me to who they want me to put on the highlight next.
I'll throw a name out there, and again, you're not calling anyone out, but this was something I thought of when I was watching the fight, and I'm like, you and Johnny Walker, would that not be an amazing fight? You know, Walker's a guy that, you know, bounce back. You know, he's a guy that, you know, is exciting as well, and I think you guys are both kind of in that spot where it's like, you know, are you guys contenders at this point? Is that a fight that would interest you?
Yeah, it's a good name. It's good. It's a good fight. Yeah, I think he still end up flunking out of the university. You know what I mean? Anyway, so.
Okay. What do you mean by that? You mean him getting knocked out, or do you think what do you mean by that?
Touch his ass up. I don't think he can take it.
Okay. But that's the type of, I would assume that's the type of opponent you want. I mean, you'll fight anyone. This is something we've talked about, but would you like sort of that name? Because OSP was a bit of a name. I assume you want that to continue in your next couple fights.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much where I feel like pretty much where I'm at now. You know, it's just, this guy that's going to be a decent person, decent name anyway. So.
Yeah, no, I'm with you there.
Johnny Walker, if it's Ryan Spann, if it's Misha Kirkinoff, if it's that jury or whatever his name is, whoever.
Okay, any of those guys. Well, it looks like Serkinov and Spann is actually off next week's card, so maybe Spann's an opponent that you could maybe have just to keep active. I don't know. Is that a fight that would interest you, Ryan Spann?
Yeah. He said some. He had some words on Twitter. I hopped on talking that shit on Twitter. So I've already been looking at to whoop his ass. You know what I mean? So
okay,
we'll see.
There, it sells itself, because you told me before that I think you you were supposed to fight Serkinov, but he for some reason didn't take the fight. Was that, if I remember you correctly, we were talking about that last time?
Yeah, he turned it down.
Yeah, and then now he's not even fighting Ryan Spann next week because he had an injury. So Spann's a name out there. So there you go. UFC Matchmakers, if you're watching, there's a fight that's already set up. Jamal pretty much just sold it there himself. In terms of, Michigan, this is something we always talk about. You know, you sort of feel that, I know, going into every fight, the support and your teammates and just the Michigan MMA community in general. You guys are all kind of like coming together. What's that been like after this fight as well? Because like I said, it was amplified, I think, with the fact that you fought OSP.
It's been dope, you know what I mean. These are we the same dudes that was here on the regional scene, just grinding, putting the work in, just like, oh man, when we get our shot, man, we need to make it, and that's what we're doing. You know, I was just seeing what we already been doing and been talking about for years.
Yeah. And speaking of giving their shot, you know, I got to talk about your buddy Brett Martin here. I don't know when his next fight's going to be, but any intel? Is he going to get something booked soon? Because he had that fight with Bigfoot Silva, and I know we're just waiting to see him get back in there because to me he's the best heavyweight prospect out there right now, bar none.
Two, hands down. Hopefully soon, man. Don't nobody want to step up. I mean,
I know.
I don't blame. I definitely don't blame him, but come on, man. It's the fight business. You can't run from somebody forever.
Yeah.
You know. I feel like with what happened his last couple fights, you know, totally not his fault. But I mean, people still have their questions. Go ahead, step in there with him and let him answer. Yeah,
no, I'm with you there. And it's crazy too that a guy that he beat is already in the UFC, right? Like, you know who I'm talking about, right?
Smoked him, bro.
Yeah.
Smoked him. He didn't just beat. He smoked him. He beat him in like a minute and a half.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I don't. And he don't look like he hasn't changed. He hasn't gotten better or anything. Not Brett. You know what I mean? Just say his name. You know what I mean? I don't like to down him. You know what I mean? I ain't trying to down him or nothing. You know, you're a fellow Michigan guy. You know, and I'm wishing him success. But I'm just speaking facts.
Yeah.
The improvements that I've seen Brett make, Josh Parisian has not made those.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And Brett smoked him. And Brett is way better now than he was then. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like this the main dude I spar with. Like the main person I'm sparring with is Brett. You know, getting his hands better and all of that. He just improves, bro. You throw him in the fire, bro, and he just become fireproof, bro. He burn and he hard.
Yeah, because it's iron sharpens iron. You know, I wanted to bring him up, obviously, because, you know, you're having a lot of success, and I think, you know, you got to look at the team around you as well. I think you guys all make each other better, so it's just great to see you guys all on the come up. Kind of on that note, I don't want to look too far ahead here, but I know you're very confident. You got as far as I'm concerned, you're undefeated. Forget about that stupid no contest. You are undefeated. Well, I guess technically you are anyways, but how long are we going to be talking before you fighting for a title? I mean, this was a big win. You know, again, former title challenger, a guy with a lot more fights than you. How far off do you think you are from competing for a title. Not looking, past too far ahead, but I'm sure you've thought about that.
And I'm thinking, you know what I mean, like, not saying like, oh, this is what it needs to be or nothing like that. I'm thinking it's realistically just it could be 2-3 fights, and I could probably secure a title shot just with the right names and the right opponents.
And do you feel like the timing's good? John Jones looks like he's moving up. I know Adesanya might be putting a little bit of a logjam in your division with him moving up. But, in general, do you see this as sort of a good opportunity? Because we are sort of seeing a changing of the guard where some of these contenders now, like a Dominic Reyes or, Anthony Smith, they're kind of, they're not winning fights. I know Smith won his last fight, but you know what I'm saying? Like, we're seeing sort of a new wave of guys come through, like yourself, Yuri Prohaska, Rakic. Like, are you seeing that yourself?
Yeah, I see it. I pay attention, so I'm definitely seeing it. And we'll see, you know what I'm saying?
Just continue.
Stay busy, keep doing what I'm doing.
Good stuff, man. Before I let you go, what's the plan for the rest of the week? Are you back in training? Or are you taking some time off? What's the game plan for the rest of this week?
Right now, it's just a little rest up, you know what I'm saying? Just taking it easy, enjoying being back home, setting back in the comfort, being home. And I got jet lag going on, so, it's taking time and getting used to being back home. So, yeah.
That's good. Any holiday plans this year? I know with COVID, it's a little bit difficult.
Kids going to have a good Christmas this year.
As they should. Dad keeps winning fights. It's been awesome, man. Jamahal, thanks so much for doing this, man. Again, congratulations on the win. Just remind people where they can get a hold of you on social media. And if you got any other shout outs, I'll give you the last word.
Oh, yeah. Appreciate you I appreciate you having me on, bro. Shout out to you. We always have good talks, good conversation. You can find me on Twitter my Twitter handle is Jamahal H. Instagram, you can either type my name in or you can sweet_dreams_J Hill. That's my for IG. And as always, I want to give a shout out to my sponsor at Lizard Lick Apparel, Next Day Construction. Shout out to my team, my gym. Shout out to my family, my mom, my brothers, my kids, their mothers. Everybody. Yeah, man, I'm just staying the course, man.
Cool.
Staying busy. We'll be back in there soon, and we're going to send the next one. We're going to send the next one to the U.